Mechanic Alliance Tuesday Night Live. We've got the whole team here, as well as Mr. Green Screen himself. Doug Christensen is with us from Olympus Lending, wearing that beautiful shade of Olympus green.
Yeah. Go Titans.
Due to camera issues, he's here in spirit.
And voice.
And voice. And voice. And screen share when we get that far.
Oh, there we go.
So, I know we have a whole mountain of great and impressive things, and Shane Smiley gets the coveted top comment.
He beat everybody?
Yeah, Shane Smiley, number one. Oh.
Kevin was pretty quick in there, too.
Yeah, he's right at 6 too. So
he's on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's get you some information as to what's going on in the group. The Training.Mechanic Alliance website is up and running. We have got content flowing into there at a prolific rate. Prolific if it were a snail's pace. But hey, we're not going to get into that. The good news is that those of you that were interested in the Diagnostic Strategies class, that 3-part series that has like almost 5 hours of content into it, I know because I edited it, we're offering that to you at 10% off using code ALLIANCE. So that's the training.mechanicalliance.com. You can go there, create a profile, see the whole bunch of other freebie content that we have in there, and then you can see the other offerings that we've really put some effort into. So go check that out, guys, at the training.mechanicalliance.com. And I know Marv has some great news from someone we talked to just a little bit earlier.
Oh, we do. Oh, my gosh. We got some fantastic news. So, and unbeknownst to me, as I started talking to them and sharing it on the Facebook group, he is loved by others. We have Oscar Gomez, and Oscar he runs a master training class out in Southern Cal, runs about 30 students through every 3 months. And from what we've heard on others, is a fantastic trainer, a great program. He is helping those that want to go ASE certification. He helps those, of course, in California get their certifications they need for the bar and all of that. But he will be working with us in tandem with doing a lot of our ASE training, getting guys up to snuff to help them so they can pass the tests and all that sort of stuff. Has the same vision we have, the same passion we have, and really excited to be working with him and his team.
Yep. And for those of you in California, he does have the ability to go through their rather rigorous, from what I understand, but I'm not there, smog training.
Yeah.
I know that most guys try to avoid that like the plague. Those of us that like to play with our cars, remove things that shouldn't be removed, according to the California Air Resource Board. But we're not going to talk about that much more.
Yeah, you can't do that there.
No. Anyways, let's get down to the fun that we've got tonight. We've got Doug Christensen of Olympus Lending. Doug, why don't you give us an introduction? Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've got to offer.
Great, Eric, Dave, and Marvin. Thanks for the intro and the opportunity to be with you all tonight. Hopefully, everything we share tonight is provided very valuable, but just a little bit about myself. I'm the president here at Olympus Lending. We cater to funding solutions for small businesses. And a few months ago, we partnered with these great gentlemen from Mechanics Alliance to help create an offer to help you and your shops get what you need, essentially.
The link is on the ticker in the bottom.
Exactly. So, like I said, grateful for the time to go through a little bit about our program tonight so you all understand how it works, how simple it is to apply and get set up, and bottom line, to help you take your business to the next level. I'll go through some content here, and under the direction of Eric, we can address any questions or clarify any content that we need. But I think before I go into anything specific on a boring PowerPoint here, I just want everyone here to understand that the program that we have created here for the Mechanics Alliance dealers is very flexible and customizable to cater to your needs. And I'm talking all the way down to how we set up your payment arrangements for funding. So,
and excuse me, but for those that want a true review, who do you reach out to? You reach out to Andre in Virginia. He bought some equipment, and he said, lickety split. It was amazing what these guys do. Absolutely loved it.
You know, from what I hear, the loan application was as painless as a loan application can be.
Yeah.
And the money was there real fast. Got him the funds he needed. Got the new machines he was looking for, because I know he was doing the air conditioning machine, and I think he also picked up a transmission flush machine. You know, a couple of little bit higher dollar pieces that, from what I understand, he is out there just knocking it dead.
And he's making the money back to pay it off and go again. So that's awesome.
Absolutely. So I'm going to add up the screen share here. And it's all yours, Doug.
All right. So can you see my screen where it says executive summary?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. So most importantly for all of you in your shops, I'm going to go over the benefits our program brings to you. And then I'm just going to show you what you need to get in line to get approved, and then how it works to actually apply and going forward. So like I said, most importantly, our program here is to give you the extra funding you need to take your business to the next level. I think in talking to the gentleman here at Mechanics Alliance, they've shared with me, you know, how great it is for you guys to have specific equipment or machinery or upgrades to your shop. We're able to put together funding for whatever you need. So whether it's more buying power for equipment, if you're needing a payroll advance for your staff, if your shop needs a little upkeep and a little remodel to make it look nicer. And again, like I said, the main thing I want you guys to take away from this is it doesn't have to be any of the above things. It can be for anything else. So we can get you set up on funding for any of your business needs and on specific terms that are catered to you. Basically, how we've seen it work in the past with this type of stuff specifically is, you know, we'll have a shop that's in need of a mobile diagnostics machine, like you can see here on the screen. We can either fund you the funds for that, or we can make the purchase and ship it to you directly and pay for it, and then set you up on the payment plans on the background. So it's a very universal product, not a ton of restrictions on what you can use the funding for. So that's the biggest takeaway here. A little bit more about how the program works. And part of our process that I'll go through in a minute is that you fill out an application. It takes about 3 minutes, and then you have a dedicated lending representative that gets you through to funding, which most times only takes about 24 hours. But we can get you approved from anywhere to $2,500 to $50,000. Like I said, you can use it for anything that you want. Typical terms, this isn't etched in stone or anything, but what we find is best for this program is anywhere from 3 to 24 months. A lot of the dealers that we've partnered with love the fact that they don't have to go the full term of the loan. Obviously, if you guys understand a little bit about the financing, the earlier you pay off a loan, the less you will pay in interest and fees. And like I said, we will help you facilitate the order for any of the merchandise that you need, or if it's preferable, we will just straight deposit the funds into your account. Probably the best thing, and probably what you guys are all asking, well, what do I need to do to get approved? How do I get approved? What are you guys looking at to get people approved? Very, very basic. And probably the biggest takeaway here is that it's not solely based on your credit. And if you don't have great credit, you don't need to worry about that. The biggest piece of information that we do ask is that most of the time we will ask for a recent banking history to send over to us, and we provide a way to you to submit that electronically. Or working with your lending representative, you are able to just correspond via email. So don't be concerned if your credit is not great. We're still going to get you set up and approved, and on very favorable terms that we're not going to vary you in extremely high interest rates. So, but as we gather your information, we just make sure you have you're a registered business. You do have a bank account, and then as you can see here under the underwriting documents, we just mainly review that recent 6 to 12 months worth of bank statements. If you're just starting up, that doesn't mean you are not qualified either. We would probably see if you had any personal statements that we could review, and we would work with you to get necessary documents if you're just starting up your business, no problem.
So Doug, on a question I have is on the somebody that even has like bad credit or whatever, when they get a loan like this, does that nowadays still help them in building their credit?
Yeah, exactly. So we do not. That's a great question. I'll explain to you how the credit reporting process works from A to Z. Our credit verification will not show up as a hard inquiry on your credit report.
Oh, that's
So that
good.
will help you guys out as well. We're able to do that because we do require more information than just a credit check to get you approved. But it's called a soft inquiry to just verify some of your information. And to answer your question specifically, Marvin, we do report back to the credit bureau. So you making your payments with us will help your personal and also business credit at the same time.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's always good, and it's a good chance to build it too.
Yeah, good question. And a big part of this too is our repeat business, especially in this industry, is extremely high, about 70%. So as you pay down a certain percentage of your balance with us, we then essentially call it a refinance. We'll get you in on a lower rate and then a higher approval amount as you've proven out to be a good payer. So, this usually happens, around 25 to 30% of the balance paid down. So we can go in and get you more funding and keep you on actually smaller payments going forward.
Well, that's good to know. I did not know that. That's a good one.
Yeah. So obviously a big part of this is that we don't want to put you through a cumbersome application process where you're waiting days, weeks, months to get approved for business funding. I know that is kind of typical in the space when you're applying for a business loan, is that there's a lot of back and forth with document acquisition and requirements like that. Like I said, we like to get these funded from the day of application to funds into your account or order processed within 24 to 48 hours. Eric, like he said, he submitted he's got the link at the bottom there. You guys feel free to visit it at any time, but the initial application takes about 3 minutes. We're just asking for some of your personal information and information that you have on record for the business. And then we just kind of want to get a feel of how much funding you're needing and what you're needing it for. As soon as you submit that application, like I said, you will have a lending representative here from Olympus Lending reach out to you directly. They'll kind of ask you some of the same questions. What do you need the funding for? They'll talk about, what terms you're looking to get into, how long you want the term to be. Are you looking to pay it off quick, or do you need a little bit more time with smaller payments? So they want to kind of create a relationship with you. And then, like I said, the biggest piece of documentation that they will request is some recent banking history. They will provide a way for you to submit that quickly via a link, or you can just provide that via email attachment with them. And then from there, we will get you an approval and send you a contract for electronic signature, and then the funding will take place either to your business account, or we will process the order for any merchandise that you need.
And what I might point out to these guys too, the beauty is they can work with us too, because the whole idea is if you're going to be buying equipment and stuff like that, let us help you in what you need and then show you how you can make that money to pay it back and grow your business or start your business. Because that's the whole thing is it's just not going out and getting a loan and wondering, well, I hope I can pay it. No, that's where we come in, is to help you structure it. So you take out a loan for $5,000, you're buying a full loaded Autel or whatever. We're going to show you how to be efficient with it. We're going to show you how to make money with it, and running down through all that stuff so that before you see it, you're doing 3 diagnostics a month and you're paying for it and more.
Mm-hmm. So the great Zach Zelenak, I love saying your name, Zach. It's just so much fun.
ZZ.
Yeah, he asks, what is the longest loan term? His internet's been kind of questionable at best.
Oh, great. No, great question. So the longest loan term, we do kind of broadcast 24 months. If there's a point where you're talking with your lending representative, and obviously if we stretch the loan out to make, say, 36 months, we are able to do that. And if you are needing that to happen to obviously make the payments a little bit smaller, so they're more adaptive to use, we can do 36 months. I would say 36 months is our max, but The majority would be between 3 and 24 months.
Sounds great. And he's also asking, what's the best rate that someone can qualify for? I imagine that, like any lending, that the interest rate is dependent on a large number of things. What kind of rates are we currently looking at?
Yeah, great question. So we'll give rates as low as, based on the documentation that we acquire and the portfolio in your business, we'll give rates as low as 4%. And if you're in the need of a little bit more of a subprime offer, they can give anywhere to 20 to 30. The majority we see somewhere around in the 10 to 12 range.
Is no worse than any credit card out there.
Yeah.
No, I think the majority of the time you're going to find yourself in a better position than your standard credit card.
That's awesome. Yeah, I may have to use this to finance diesel in my motorhome.
But I did like the fact that what he put in there too is so start with that lesser loan, do what you need to do to get started. Then as they start seeing the payments and all that, they can move it up. But so the question, if a guy wants to do 35,000, is that still 36 months?
No, it does not have to be. No. So usually on the higher end, the longer terms are more common, given that does bring the payment down.
Okay, I was hoping that because that would kind of hurt you real quick, but no, that works because get started, get what you need, and then go from there.
Exactly.
That is, and Zach says 4% is the best. That's amazing. Yep, sure is.
In his situation, he might be talking to you real soon because he's opening his own shop. So,
perfect.
He's one of our top guys. We got a lot of top guys, but he's a good one.
We really do. I mean, just about everyone in the group. You're in the group. You're here because you are a top guy.
Absolutely.
Anyways, let's see here. I think we were a couple slides ahead. You were continuing onward.
Yeah, and then just from there, understand that you're going to have dedicated support going forward. And Marvin made a great point. Although we want to get the funding to you as fast as possible, we definitely don't want you to rush you into anything. We definitely recommend that you talk to your friends at Mechanics Alliance to understand, once you have an approval, where's the best place to use the funds, and then they're really good at communicating back with us as well. So we just want to get you in the best program as possible to fit your needs. So, like I said, we want to get you approved as fast as possible. We don't want to rush you into getting funding for something that you don't necessarily need. We have a dedicated support line for you at any time. You'll be able to manage your account online. And like I said, we're very good in getting you into a comfortable payment plan. And then if down the road you are needing more funds, then we can definitely look on what we call a refinance. And if the payment history is good, we drop the rate and then give you a little bit of an increase on your original loan amount.
So Doug, let me ask you this: if a potential client submits a business plan that shows what the money would be used for, how that would return, or what that would return, and how that would be able to service the loan, does that have any impact on what the rates would be? Period of time, qualification. Would that have any impact?
Yeah, definitely. So, if the dealer wants to go ahead and the shop wants to submit a business plan, that's definitely some common practice that we are used to help them. Maybe we've given them an initial approval now, and they're really needing a little bit more, and we're able to provide that additional documentation that would help get them a higher approval amount or a better rate. We've got some expertise in taking a look at those to understand, the business plan is in place. They just need some funding to get it kickstarted, so we can definitely take that into effect.
The best thing is, guys out there watching it, and the guys that'll see this later, is you got nothing to lose. It's not going to hit a hard line on your credit. Yeah. So if you're just thinking and wondering, well, they might not do it, you got nothing to lose. A couple minutes to sign up and see, and then at that point, again, come back to us if for some reason they can't do it, and let's get you on the track so that within the next whatever it takes, they say, to get you that point so you can do it, because where you're at undoubtedly isn't working for you. You need to make a move. You need to open a shop. You need to buy equipment or whatever to make you more money. Let us help you with that.
Yeah, we're here every step of the way. If you need a plan to be able to put this into effect, so that way you don't feel like you're buried in debt payments or whatever that may be, we're here to help you make that happen, guys. I mean, we can't stress that enough.
Yeah, not enough.
Alrighty. Any other bits and pieces that as far as the process and all that stuff, Doug?
No, I think I've covered the basics here. I just want to make sure you guys understand. Like I said, we're very adaptable. We want to make sure that you're getting the equipment you need to take your shop to the next level. You've got the application link. The process is very, very simple. Like I said, we usually get you an approval within just a few hours after you've submitted your documentation, and then we'll then work with you to get you on a very specific plan that fits your needs.
Alrighty.
So happy to take any questions or.
Yep, I'm going to remove the screen share. Now we're back up to all the four of us. So a honest question I have is are there anything right up front that this can't be used for? I mean, let's just lay out the boundaries in their entirety. What's a deal breaker on this, so to speak?
Oh, that's a great and fair question, and I think specifically with this audience, I would say there's really nothing that we couldn't finance. I think obviously there's just some certain things that we don't want to get into, like guns and stuff like that. And I can't imagine. I don't know if anybody here is applying for that. If you have a shop and there's an established business there, we can do that. So yeah, there's really nothing that we can't use the funding for, as long as it's legal, I guess is the answer.
I just had the mental image flash through my head. Somebody going mobile in a rough part of town, a bulletproof glass installed in your truck may not be a bad thing. We would not turn that down. For sure.
Well, and Zach just said he wants to talk because Cornwell offered him $18,000 at 9%. So, again, you got nothing to lose, Zach. Go out there, try it, find out. And Zach's one of our good guys. We got a lot of good guys, but he's the one a lot of guys follow. And he goes out there and he starts blowing the horn, and that'll because it's about helping these guys. That's the thing. They don't know where to go. They don't know what to get. They're paying exorbitant rates in a lot of places. And yeah, Zach, definitely reach out to these guys.
Doug, we've talked a lot about equipment loans and whatnot, but you also have the ability, we've got guys out there that are looking to acquire a business. Their owner's retiring, or for whatever reason wants to get out of the business. Can you talk a little bit about your program for business acquisition?
Yeah, no, definitely. We are familiar with business acquisition. Application process is the same. We probably at the point of application submission, we obviously get in contact with you, and we would probably ask for a little bit more documentation, the financials on the business that you're looking to acquire, et cetera. But we can facilitate that, and then understanding the offer that's on the place to acquire the business, and then we would help facilitate the funding, and then we would essentially, when everything's all signed, sealed, and delivered, we would process the funding transaction directly to the seller to complete it.
I'm responding to Daniel. He's asking $20,000 for startup, and like we had talked about, Daniel, I think you just popped in here recently. Olympus Lending easily goes up to $50,000. commonly, and I imagine that there's other new rules and nuances, but let's just work within the sensible realm here. $20,000 startup, I would imagine as long as you're showing that you've got, a solid business plan, being able to show, that you're mitigating any risks business in the business system, those things would contribute to, an interest rate that would be more favorable for what we're doing.
Yeah, I think definitely able to do the startup as well. We'll probably ask for some personal banking history on that one to just kind of understand that. And then I think as Eric mentioned, the business plan would be a big part of that one as well.
That's great.
Responding to comments over here on the other screen. Robert Stage, thanks for adding up that link up there. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. I probably should have done that. Let's see if I can pin your comment to the top.
You didn't have
pin
to.
Comment.
You had Robert there.
That's right. Thank you, Robert. You are the man.
Yeah, and some guys are already checking out the website, so that's cool.
Yep, I know. The Zach's going to be there. Daniel's got some interest in it. Daniel, I'll get you the link that'll take you over there and get you hooked up. And by all means, talk to them. Yeah. What's the worst that happens? They say no.
No doesn't mean never. It just means not now.
That's right. Correct. And realistically, from the way that Doug's been talking, that there are ways to get you whatever you need. You have a need, odds are they have an option to be able to fill that and to get you what it is that's going to make the difference for you. I mean, we want to see you guys, being able to get up there and get the funds moving as quickly as possible. And sometimes, some guys would argue, oh, you should just bootstrap it and save everything. There's a time and a place for that. There's a time and a place where, hey, this piece of equipment could really give me the edge to be able to turn this from, breaking even to something truly profitable. So, there's options. There's a time and a place for everything.
Well, and you've got to spend money to make money. We all know that, So spending it right, getting your return back on it, that's where you've got to be. It's an opportunity. I've done a lot through the years, and honestly, I haven't seen a better company to do what this company does. So.
I think I hurt Micah's feelings. I'm sorry, Micah. Yes, you are still the man too. You're all the man. Let's just be honest there.
Yeah, but he's a man in Southern. He's a man in South Carolina, right?
Yes.
Until somebody else pipes up.
I think so. Robert, I don't know where you're coming from in the country. I know, Micah, you're over there in the South Carolina. I want to say, I'm sorry if I screw that up, but it's hard to keep track of where all you guys are at. It's like
lies.
I'll just okay. I can just go on mute.
No. Mike is dishing it out, and he's opening it up. He's really going to start getting it from us now.
Oh, Aaron Marion has a question. Oh, he'll rewatch it. Olympus works with guys who want to go mobile. Yes. Absolutely. Andre Lambert, case in point, the man, the myth, the legend. He got the hookup a little while back, picked up some equipment, and he's really going gangbusters with them.
Yeah.
Grainville, or is that Greenville? Or as I've heard it called Greenville. There's no I. It's kind of a Greenvool.
Yeah.
Greenville. Now, for you guys Aaron, in the South, is it oil or ole? Earl,
yeah.
All righty.
Yeah, Aaron, one of the things that we had talked about to recap, I guess, is one, it doesn't hit your credit when you go to them to do the loan process, so you got nothing to lose there. 2, it doesn't take more than 3 minutes to fill it out. 3, interest rate starting at 4%, averages 24 to 36 months. Can go up to higher amounts of up to 50,000, which will be a different thing to talk to them about. So, really, really good opportunity for you guys.
Yeah. Hey, Daniel, I mean, we were talking yesterday on one of my other videos. I think you got something good there, and I'm glad to see you're able to move forward on that. I mean, that's just absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin Meyer says that Micah, you're about an hour away from him.
Oh,
Yeah.
now
Depends how fast you drive.
We got competition for who's the top dog. Huh?
Yeah. I do like what Daniel's saying, that he's been looking to, at the shop, add one of those breathalyzers. And there again, building foot indoor. And I mean, there's a piece of equipment right there that's going to make you money back real quick. So, my concept is, and I don't know Doug and everybody else's, but I have never, ever worried about the interest rate, only because I'm not going to take the 36 months to pay it off. I'm going to figure it out. We're going to help you figure it out, get it, start paying it off, get it out of there to move on to the next thing. Sometimes, some people go, I don't want to spend 18%. I opened a shop down here in St. George, left Montana as a tech rep. The ex of that, it wasn't an ex at the time, but my ex now. I'm moving to St. George, you coming. I opened it with a $3,000 credit card 24 years ago, and I think I paid that credit card off in about 9 months. So you just got to get going, because where you're at, a lot of you are stymied and you're not moving anyway. So it's a good opportunity to get you out there and get you going.
Yeah, think about it this way, okay? You buy an AC machine, you get a loan on that AC machine. It costs you $500, let's say $700 a month for that. And you're in South Carolina, it's summer. How many AC services do you have to do to pay it off? Like 3, 3 services, and you've paid that monthly payment.
Yeah.
Most likely that equipment's going to be paid by the time summer's over.
That's totally valid.
Yeah.
Micah says just one. Yeah, just one if you charge it correctly.
Yeah.
If you're going to be doing an air conditioning, on a Bentley, odds are they're going to be paying for it, at Bentley rates.
Yeah.
You got to remember that the Freon, whatever you want to call it now, is $200 to $1,000 for it.
Yeah, but you also got to look at it too, guys, because here's the other side of it. If you don't have the equipment to do a job, let's say in your shop or your mobile, and you can't do it, and you send that customer to me, I'm sorry, you ain't getting them back.
It's called lost opportunity.
Yeah, so you need to be thinking about that as well. Is if they go somewhere else and that person takes care of them and can do everything, that lost opportunity is there. So those are things you got to evaluate and look at. Those are the things that you have to build your business on.
Yeah, absolutely. At this rate, R12 is looking pretty doable. I hear Mexico still does it.
Yeah.
Anybody want to go to Mexico? I got a 1965 Riviera that needs its air conditioner done, and let's do it right with the real stuff.
I saw 6 cans of R12 here in town. Yeah, 6 cans, $25 a piece. It's like,
that's it.
I want to go get it.
Okay, I think I've got 2 up in the garage. I'd have to pull out the service manual unless someone knows off the top of their head how much Freon a 1965 Buick Riviera air conditioner takes.
1.5 pounds.
Okay, that's a pretty big system, I thought, because it's got that freaking dryer that's monstrous and everything else.
Well, Eric, propane works too.
I've heard that. No, really, there is a petrochemical that is used as a refrigerant, and I've heard that it does work in place of R12.
Yeah, till you have a spark and it explodes and blows the doors off.
Yeah, didn't they say that in the Italian Job? You're only supposed to blow the doors off, Charlie.
Yeah.
Old Italian Job reference there.
Yeah, Robert makes a good point. Most guys, absolutely, Robert. Most guys make the mistake of not taking out a large enough loan to accomplish what they have to do to be successful. Amen to that. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Always build a cushion in there.
Large enough. No, that makes good sense. I mean, you can always look at it as, hey, the cost of the machine is this much. I'm going to get a loan for that much, and then you forget about the other couple of accessory bits and pieces. It's like, I really wish I'd just gone just a little bit more and gotten the stuff to really make it useful.
And the thing is, if you get it and it covered everything you need, you can send the money back to Doug. I mean, it's which will put you even in a better position for the next go around. So you can't lose. You really can't lose.
Plans for planning that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyways, any other questions, guys? While we have Doug on the line, we got to wait for the 7-ish second delay, so we can all just kind of sit here and look at each other awkwardly.
As long as Eric doesn't tell any dad jokes, we're good.
We're not the Viking.
Got the shirt on.
Oh, he's got jokes.
I can nerd out on this one.
This
is science, guys. So I'm wearing the I Tell Dad jokes regularly, and some of you that are fluent in the periodic table look at it and say, "Hey, there's no JO on there." I know, but it's also got the elemental number of 10 and the atomic weight of 16.93. That's iodine. I actually had to go look it up. JO is the European spelling for iodine. Everything else is correct.
I'm so much brighter tonight again.
You are. I know it. I can just see it. It's gushing out of your eyes.
Awesome.
Oh, let's see here. Any other? Daniel's rooting for the hat, and Micah's, the one that's not, or he doesn't like my dad jokes. Hey, I told the camel joke last week, and that was pretty funny. Nobody laughed that I could hear, but it was funny.
Actually, I like your one with the guy for the $1 million and the alligator swamp.
Oh, that's right. That was yesterday on the Mindset Monday.
That was really good.
That actually came from Ben Varnado.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, what the heck? I'll tell it here anyway. So you go on there's a couple and a whole bunch of people are going on a trip in the Everglades. They go on one of those airboat tours, which is freaking cool if you've ever been on one. Those are a blast. Anyways, so tour guide, he parks it in the middle of the Everglades, in the middle of the swamp, let's call it. And there's crocodiles and gators or whatever they have down there. I don't know which ones they are. I can never tell them apart. One's got a short nose, one's got a long nose. Whatever. Anyways, tour guide says, "Hey, I will give anyone $1 million that can jump in this water and swim to the shore." And no sooner does he say that than there's a guy flying through the air into the water, and he goes tearing across the water like no tomorrow. Gets to the other side, and tour guide's like, "Holy crap! I've never had anyone take me up on that offer. I didn't jump in. My wife pushed me."
I love it.
So the moral of the story is sometimes you need to have a little push,
a little motivation too. Swim like crazy.
Mike is over there trying to tune out the joke. By the way, Mike, it's got a 401 Buick Nailhead. It's a single 4-barrel for 65. It's the Carter. In 1966, they got a Q-Jet. I have a 1966 Buick Nailhead intake manifold with the correct Q-Jet. It could go on that car at any time. The Q-Jet needs a thorough going through, but I've got it.
I'll come up and do it.
No dad jokes? Okay. You know how how does that work?
Don't ruin what you had.
Let's see here. I can do that and remove Marv from the stream.
See ya.
Don't tempt me.
Well, I'm good with it.
Anyways, guys, I think we're pretty well wound down. Thanks for watching. If you need any lending things taken care of, now that Doug's moved, let's see here, that way, in that corner there. I had to figure out which finger's moving. Yeah, Olympus Lending's got you hooked up. Get a hold of me or any of the one of the Mechanical Alliance team, or go check the live feed because Robert copied the link and it's now pinned to the top. So either way, we'll get that up there so that way you guys can get a hold of it and take a look at it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks, guys.